Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. This week, as you guys very well know by now, is Halloween week. I just made it up, it's not a real thing, but you know. So today I wanted to sit down with you guys and tell you some spooky stories. But because I am a little bit unusual and I do not like to do things the normal way, I'm going to be telling you guys about creepy fairy folklore. In case you guys didn't know, I am a massive fan of all things fairy. I love the folklore and the creatures and the stories surrounding them, but some of them can be a little bit spooky. So today we are going to be talking about 5 of the creepiest fae folk. Did I mention, guys, that I'm so excited for this video just because I love talking about folklore and the fae? I'm so happy. And I get to share all my irrelevant fairy knowledge with you guys, so that's also helpful. We're going to start with the kelpies, who are believed to be malevolent water horses. Near running water, these horses would appear to weary travellers. They are beautiful creatures, only distinguishable by their water-soaked mane. Upon being saddled, mortals were unable to dismount, being forced into a watery grave and feasted upon. In some circumstances, kelpies are said to be shapeshifters, appearing as beautiful women to tempt lustful men into their water. It's said, however, that they are able to be caught. By capturing their bridle, they have no choice but to serve their mortal master. They are known to be immensely strong and powerful. Their transformation ability, cunning and magical power makes them one of the most intelligent creatures in the fairy realm. There is a tale of a child enticed to touch a kelpie's nose, in the end having to remove his own finger to escape. It's advisable that attempting to catch a kelpie is a very dangerous task. Will-o'-the-wisp. These corporeal forms have a number of different origin stories and names from around the world, another popular term for them being jack-o'-lantern. They are believed to be spirits of the dead, fairies who attempt to lead mortals to their demise. They would mischievously guide travellers off the path with their bright light, to leave them lost and in the dark. They are often seen as floating, dusky little figures carrying a lantern. Depending on how they're treated, the will-o'-the-wisp will either aid travellers through the woods or get them lost further. There are many religious connotations surrounding these creatures. In European folklore, they are considered the souls of the unbaptized, flitting between heaven and hell. Redcaps. A quick disclaimer before we do this one, their story is a little bit gory. The redcaps are creatures known to be a hostile species of goblin, traditionally found in English folklore, living on the borders between England and Scotland. They are said to be the result of conflict, derived from the battle between the two nations. Redcaps are believed to wear blood skull caps and iron boots to hunt and kill mortals. They are known to be They are known to be supernaturally fast, attacking their victims with the iron pikes on their boots, then dipping their heads in the fresh blood. In other cultures' folklore, redcaps are considered relatively harmless. However, here they are thought to be restless spirits from vicious battles, demons who would murder any mortal foolish enough to cross them. Changelings. Fairy babies were thought to be hideous and troublesome. To combat this, the high fae would send lesser fairies to the mortal world to steal human children and leave the fairy child as substitute. Fairies were said to be attracted to the passive and beautiful nature of the human babies, as opposed to their own young fae. Their need for beauty was so great they would occasionally swap human adults too, using them as slaves for their own enjoyment. In Scottish folklore, however, the fairies were believed to have made a deal with the devil. Every 7 years they are said to owe him a blood tooth, but due to their vanity and conceitedness, the fairies were unwilling to offer one of their own, therefore stealing human children for the sacrifice. Lastly, and my favourite, banshees. They are said to have evolved from legends of vengeful goddesses demanding human sacrifice. More specifically, they are suggested to be a direct descendant from the triple goddess of death and destruction. Irish legend speaks of a fairy woman who would sing a lament to mourn the dead. Hearing her screams is considered a prediction of death, warning families through her wailing. Many people refer to her as the Wailing Woman, on account of all her howling. She is said to appear in many different forms, either as a beautiful woman who sings a sorrowful song to console the grieving family, or as an old woman with hateful eyes, whose howls are to celebrate the loss of life. Other Irish mythology states the banshee is the ghost of a young girl, whose spirit remains to warn families of an imminent violent death. In Welsh folklore, however, she is known as the Hag of the Mist. But that is it for today's video, you guys. I hope you don't mind it's a bit shorter than normal. Lots of the stories were told through word of mouth, which makes it very difficult to look up. But I wanted to share with you guys some of my favourite creepy fairy creatures, and I very much hope that you enjoyed it. Fairies and folklore is a very, very interesting subject, one that I've always been so interested in. So if you guys would like to hear more fairy folklore, please do let me know, because I really enjoy making these and I really enjoy talking about it. But do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up, to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Goodbye, my lovelies.